9 years ago, my mother handed me a packed garbage bag at my high school graduation dinner and said, "You are a defect in a family of surgeons. Don't ever use our last name again." I walked out into the pouring rain with $0 and a family that treated my existence like a disease. Years later, I stepped into the grand ballroom of the Ritz-Carlton for my younger sister's luxury wedding. The moment my mother spotted me, her eyes flamed with disgust. "Why is this defect here?" My sister laughed. "You weren't invited, leech." Then the groom, the powerful, ultra-wealthy hospital heir, turned pale, pushed past my mother and shouted, "How dare you speak to him like that? Do you know who this man is?" I just smiled and whispered, "They have no idea, Julian. Let them dig their own graves." My name is Nathan Hayes. I'm 29, and for 9 years I've lived as a ghost to the people who brought me into this world. My parents were medical royalty. My mother, chief of neurosurgery. My father, a renowned orthopedic surgeon. My sister Chloe was the golden child, born with a stethoscope around her neck. I loved coding and design instead. In my family's eyes, not being pre-med meant being a failure. The night of my graduation, while Chloe was toasted for her Johns Hopkins acceptance, my father slid a legal document across the table, severing my access to the family trust. "You're on your own, Nathan," he said, not even looking at me. At 19, while my peers decorated dorm rooms, I worked 16-hour days, diner shifts, a dry cleaner, sleeping on a couch shared with strangers. But underneath the exhaustion was cold determination. I spent every spare hour teaching myself software architecture and AI, and channeled my anger into building diagnostic software to catch surgical errors before doctors even picked up a scalpel. At 24, using my mother's maiden name, Vance, I pitched the prototype to angel investors. They saw a visionary. Within 3 years, Aegis Health Systems became a multi-million-dollar biotech powerhouse. I transformed into a confident executive running a stealth empire, while my family believed the man they threw out had simply vanished. 9 years of silence. Then, 3 weeks ago, a golden embossed wedding invitation arrived at my office, sent not by my family, but by the groom's side, who had no idea who I actually was. Chloe was marrying Dr. Julian Vance, heir to the country's largest hospital syndicate, the very syndicate my family had spent years chasing. I almost threw it away. But I owed it to the 19-year-old who cried himself to sleep on that couch to close this chapter for good. On the wedding day, I walked into the Ritz-Carlton in a tailored midnight blue suit, carrying the authority of a CEO. My mother spotted me first, marching over with pure disgust. "What is this defect doing here? Did you slip past security to beg?" Chloe stepped out laughing. "Look who crawled out of the gutter. You weren't invited, Nathan." My father grabbed my arm, growling that security would drag me out. I didn't flinch. As guards approached, the doors swung open. Julian walked in with his father, billionaire chairman Arthur Vance. My father smiled at Arthur, calling me an uninvited parasite. Julian's champagne glass slipped from his hand and shattered. He shoved past my parents, stopping breathless in front of me. "Julian, sweetie, it's just my pathetic loser brother," Chloe cooed. Julian shoved her hand off his arm and turned to the room, his voice commanding. "This man is Nathan Vance, founder and CEO of Aegis Health Systems. As of 8 a.m. this morning, his company acquired a controlling 51% stake in Vance Health Systems. He is the new majority owner, everyone's boss." Silence crushed the room. My mother's face drained white. Chloe staggered back. My father stood frozen. Arthur stepped forward, addressing my father directly. "Dr. Sterling, your position and your wife's license are now under review by Chairman Vance. Disrespecting our primary investor is gross misconduct." I handed Arthur a leather-bound dossier. My legal team found severe financial discrepancies. Dr. Sterling and his wife have been misappropriating hospital research funds to cover personal debts and fund their daughter's lifestyle. Arthur's eyes darkened with every page. "Security. Remove them. Contract suspended pending audit." My mother lunged, desperate. "Nathan, my brilliant boy, we were just testing you." Julian stepped between us, glaring at Chloe. "The wedding is off. I won't marry into a family of frauds." I looked at my mother one last time. You didn't test me, Evelyn. You discarded me. Don't reach for my hand now that I'm the one on the throne. I placed my business card on the champagne tray beside my sobbing sister and walked away as security escorted my parents out. In the months after, an independent audit confirmed everything. My father took early retirement to avoid charges. Chloe's lifestyle collapsed overnight, forced into a low-paying residency far from the spotlight. As for me, Aegis Health Systems keeps transforming diagnostics nationwide. I didn't get my revenge by destroying them. I got it by outgrowing them completely.